I started Doom Sumo sometime during late Season 1 or Season 2 of Overwatch 2. When we noticed a new player kept showing up in Sumo, we taught them the basics. And after returning from my millionth hiatus, I've noticed there's a lot of people who still don't understand how to recover. Today we'll go over getting back on stage, using diags and basic stalls. I won't be going over quick recovery because I think there's too many variables for a beginner to consider once you get back on stage. This is for version 2.6. I don't know how to play 3.5, and I'm not going to learn until OCE Leaderboard comes out. We'll start things off with a quick overview of our abilities. When you slam, you go forward, right? Kinda. You go in the direction of your camera, so slamming and looking up will take you into the air. Slamming, then using an ability immediately will keep your momentum, so either block or punch. The faster you chain these abilities, the more momentum you will keep. It's also worth noting you can cancel your slam just by pressing it again. Don't be afraid to just mash it out either. Using block makes you immune to hacks and stuns. When blocking, there's no need to press it again to cancel it because just using a cooldown will automatically do that. Punch will take you this far. Punching, then pressing jump during it will stop your punch but keep your momentum, taking you further. The later that you press jump, the further you're going to go. Turning your camera during a punch and pressing space will do the same thing, but take you in the direction you decided to look. Anytime you're trying to get back on stage, you always want to squeeze the maximum amount of distance out of your punch by getting this boost. Let's watch a few examples. Look for a pattern.
And they say for a knockout.
What do all of these clips have in common? The person getting punched off looks up and does a slam cancel with punch. This is probably the most beginner-friendly form of recovery. Depending on the distance of the punch, good players will be ready to shoot you as soon as you slam up, or just shoot as soon as they punch, so this recovery won't always work well. The good news is, it's harder to hit someone further away, especially when they're strafe. While you're in the air, you can still move by holding any direction. Left and right is your best friend in these scenarios, but if your opponent notices you just go in the same direction every time, you make yourself much easier to hit. When getting long punched off the map, your punch won't be enough to get back on stage, and the closer you are, the more pressure you're under from your opponent. You'll need another slam or punch, or even both to get back on. At this distance, your opponent is very likely to shoot you, so blocking before another slam cancel is a good option. When starting out, try to react to the shot rather than predict. This will help you in the long run develop a feel of when you're about to get shot. When you finally get back on stage, try to shoot your opponent. This stops them from being able to apply even more pressure while also giving your cooldowns more time to come back. Sometimes this just isn't going to work and they'll just block it. And in this clip when that happened, Brett decided to walk off map with block up to get his cooldowns back and hopefully try to catch Mig off guard. If you're facing a good player, you'll probably end up playing Recovery Simulator, and while it might feel terrible, just try to remember they're basically giving you free practice.
Bro, stop doing that!
You don't just want to do the same thing every single time, so sometimes you want to recover low. The rocks all around the sides will slow your fall and can give you the extra time you need to get another cooldown. This is where basic stalls come in handy. We'll only be going over this one and this one, which isn't really a stall. Simply because when I learnt recoveries, this was the first thing I was taught. Ramp stall is in my opinion the easiest to learn. You can punch into it or fall into it. It probably is better to fall into it because when you punch in, you keep a lot of momentum. Holding forward will slow you down enough to get your cooldowns back. From here, you can slam cancel with either block or punch, and if you chain it fast enough, you'll get enough height to get back on stage. This is also probably the easiest way to get put into Recovery Simulator. Keep in mind, when you're recovering from below, you'll hit your head on this if you're too close to the stage, so don't hug it. The best way to avoid it is to turn your camera outward when slamming up. This will become second nature. When you're in ramp stall and you have punch, you can let yourself slide out of it by stopping all movement. When you're sliding out, charge your punch and look inward at the wall like this. Notice the grey rectangle that goes around the entire stage. If you punch into it, looking at it like this, you go diagonally up the wall. When practicing, try to have half of your fails be because you're looking out too much, and half because you're looking in too much. Eventually, you will find the right angle. Anytime you do a diag, try to look outward towards the end, like a turn punch, and when paired with the punch boost, it sets you up really nicely to slam right back onto the stage. It is possible to get a perfect diag like this, but if you're starting out, you just aren't hitting this in game consistently. Baby steps for now. This spot is useful for getting your abilities back. I usually slam high and cancel it to fall into it. Like ramp, you have to hold forward into it to slow your movement. You can slide down and do a diag here too, but keep in mind it's very easy to get hacked doing these. You can slam cancel with an ability to get back up, or you can just slam cancel. This version will probably take a bit of practice with the timing. The best advice I can give for getting comfortable with all of that is to just go into a private lobby and just start doing diags on every single corner of the map and just kind of try to figure out where you can land and stall for your abilities, all while doing a continuous kind of world tour. There's many different forms of recovery, but they all revolve around getting back on stage with some kind of way to mitigate incoming pressure or having an answer to deal with getting punched off again. As long as you can get back on stage, that's half the battle. There's a few good channels on YouTube that are Doom Sumo focused with videos ranging from tutorials, cool techs, and full 1v1s between super good players. I've left links to these people in the description, so make sure you check them out if you're planning on getting better. And if you watch the 1v1s, don't focus on mimicking gameplay, instead try to figure out why these players do what they do. If you're looking for a much more in-depth guide on not just recovery, but everything to get started on Doom Sumo, this video by KLE is an incredible place to start. Originally, I was going to touch on a few more things, but I think this video explains everything I wanted to and more in far better detail than I could. The link will be in this video's description, or you can check the card on your screen. Thank you for watching. If you see me in game, I'm always happy to answer questions within my ability, and I hope some of you watching start playing more Doom Sumo.
Alright, fuck it, let's go, you and me.
Yeah, we going? Alright.
Fuck off, Spark!